Hi, this is Valerie Love, and I am so grateful you're here. I have been waiting for you. I've summoned you here, and now you're here. Now that we're together, let's talk. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about angels and how the angels are helping you, can help you in your life if you ask and allow. So, here's a little story for my magical journey. I got up one morning and I knew that I needed to get to Barnes and Noble. I said, I'm going to Barnes and Noble today. Now, ordinarily, there's nothing strange about that, going to Barnes and Noble. You just get up and you go to Barnes and Noble. But this particular day, I was taking my family, my kids. It was me, my son, my big daughter, and my smaller daughter. The four of us, we were going to drive in the car to go to New York, from Maryland to New York, so that we could meet up with my mom and dad, because my mom and dad wanted to visit with my kids. So we had been planning this, my mom, my dad, and my sister, and my brother, actually, for them. So the four of us are going to meet up with the family. And I said, because at this particular time, my mom and dad and sister, not my brother, because my brother is gay, so he doesn't really care what I do as far as religion is concerned. He's like, live your life, because I'm living mine. That's why I love him so much. And my mother, my father, and my sister were still in the mode of not really speaking to me, because I'm disfellowshipped as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, okay? And they still are Jehovah's Witnesses, or were at the time. Now my mom has gone on to the spirit's realm side. My father is still in this life as of this moment, and my sister is still in this life. So at that time, we were going to meet my mother and father and the kids. And the kids, my kids, were going to go hang out with them, and I was going to go to Barnes and Noble. So they're like, I told my kids, I'm going to Barnes and Noble today. They said, okay, Mom, we're going to New York. Are you going to stop on the way? No. When I get there, I'm going to go to Barnes and Noble. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go to a Barnes and Noble that's in New York somewhere. And I know a couple of them that are in New York City. So I'm thinking somewhere around, when I get over there, I'll drop my kids and I'll go to Barnes and Noble. Well, it so happened, as synchronicity would have it, that we met my mom and dad in New Jersey, because they were going to what's called a circuit assembly. So every so often, like about twice a year, they have a circuit assembly. Once a year, they have a district assembly. It's a big gathering of witnesses, and the circuit assembly is also, a bigger than normal gathering of witnesses. Well, they were at that circuit assembly in New Jersey. And so they were communicating with us, and they said, well, you want to meet us in New Jersey, because we came out there circuit assembly. They were going to get something to eat. And at the same time, we were getting closer. And my kids were like, how you going to find a Barnes& and Noble? I said, I'm going to Barnes& and Noble, Jay. I didn't care, how or which one. I just knew I had to get to Barnes& and Noble. So my mother and father call us. We're at P.F. Chang's having dinner. Meet us there. Okay. Where's the shopping center? Well, I don't have to tell you what happened, do I? We pull up in the shopping center. P.F. Chang's is on one side, Barnes and Noble's on the other. And my kids look at me like, Mom, you gotta stop doing that. How do you do that? The power of intention. Go, get out the car. I'm going to Barnes and Noble. Bye. So I go into Barnes and Noble. Now, when I get to Barnes and Noble, I know that it's time for me to get this next magical book that my soul is calling for. I don't know what it is. I only know that it's going to be the next step in my magical journey, the next thing I need to learn, the next link. I go into this section, magic, all the magic books. I'm looking at all the magic books. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. Picking up this. It's none of these. It's none of these. I realize it's none of these. Then something says, pick up Secrets of High Magic. Okay, I pick up Secrets of High Magic. Leafing through it, I've looked at it a million times. Love that book. And I figure, you know what? Let me take this downstairs to the cafe, sit down in the cafe, and read Secrets of High Magic along with a nice coffee and a biscotti. Yeah. I go down the escalator. I go to the door. Now, when I go to the cafe, not the door, to the cafe. When I get to the cafe counter. I've got the book in my arms, right? Secrets of High Magic. Literally, the man behind the counter says to me, "Is that Secrets of High Magic?" Yes. I'm like, okay, something miraculous is getting ready to happen. He said, "Well, if you like that, you'll love this." And he whips out a book. I'm going to go get it for you right now because I didn't have it before the video started. Pardon me, I'll be right back. Coming. I'm coming. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. It didn't take me long to get it. He whips out this book. He said, "If you like Secrets of High Magic, you'll love this." I was like, "Oh, give me that. That's mine. That's the book for me. I don't even know what it is. I just know it's mine." And I looked at the book. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is it. Enochian Vision Magic." Now, why was this so astounding? Because there was only one copy of it in that Barnes and Noble, and that book was for me, and my angels and guides had to do whatever they had to do to have that book safe behind the counter for me and to get me to that Barnes and Noble to get this book, Enochian Vision Magic. Now let me tell you how I love this book. Can you see in this book how I have it underlined? I mean, do you think I study this thing? I study this thing like you would not. Pages dog-eared, okay? Can you see how much I study this thing? I mean, I love this book. More than the book, I love what it has brought to my awareness as a magus. So the man behind the counter, when I looked at him, he had a twinkle in his eye, like he wasn't human. Once again, he was a man. And in the other video, I talked about how many times in the Bible, the Hebrew part of the Bible, the first part of the Bible that people call the Old Testament, a lot of times when an angel appeared, they called it a man, capital M. Maybe to allude to Christ, that's what some say. However, a man. So when I looked him in the eye, I realized he wasn't no man. He was an angel. I bet you if I had gone back the next day and asked, "Where's so and so that works here?" they would say, "Huh? There's nobody here that works like that. It works here that looks like that." It was one of those kind of things. And so I got my coffee and whatnot, and I sat down. And even before I opened the book, he said, "You'll love this book." I said, "Really? That's it?" And he didn't even have to tell me to buy this book. I knew. Give me that book. I got the book. I sit down. Yes, this is it. Yes, 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 yes. So I tell you that story to tell you this. And if you want to get the book, it's Enochian Vision Magic by Lon Milo Duquette. I love him. He is such an amazing magician. I don't know him in person. I can say that I've learned him through his work. And I can say that I love the humanness of the magician. So get this book. It's phenomenal, phenomenal. Now, if you notice, there's angel wings on the cover of Enochian Vision Magic. And the reason why there's angel wings on the cover of Enochian Vision Magic is because the Enochian Vision Magic system was channeled to John Dee and his sidekick. More about that in another video. The two of them were able to bring forward the information from the angels. The angels delivered to them this system of magic that we now have today called Enochian Vision Magic, a full system of magic. And this particular system of magic has its own set of angels. An angel, what could we call it? There are Enochian angels that are approached in a certain way, that are spoken to in a certain way. There are particular commands and calls. There are stations. There are places where these angels are. And if you are led to or desire to work with the angels from the Enochian Vision Magic, first, be sure and clear that that's what you want to do. Next, be sure and clear of your motive and intention for doing that, that it is pure and clean and clear. Next, proceed with learning and understanding how to do it and get masterful teachers that can guide you on that path. Now, with that said, because this is a video about angels, I want to impress upon you that in angelology, it is important for you to know and to understand, to gain understanding and wisdom of how to work with the angels. Not only understanding and wisdom, knowledge. So we need knowledge, we need understanding, and we need wisdom. What are what are the distinctions between the three? Knowledge means that you read a book, or you study it in the Word, or you learn from a workshop, or you learn from a retreat. Now you have knowledge. Not all knowledge will synthesize itself into understanding. You could have knowledge of something but don't really understand it. You may have knowledge of your microwave, but do you really understand how that thing works, and how you put your food in there and it zaps out a minute later and it's hot? Do you even understand that? I don't understand that. I don't even want to understand that. I have knowledge of a microwave oven, but I don't have understanding of a microwave oven. There's a big difference between knowledge and understanding. So once you read a book, maybe you have some knowledge. Okay, the angel Nalvich came to John D. on April 10th, 1384. Okay, now I have knowledge of that. I don't have understanding of that. In order to get understanding, there needs to be praying. There needs to be turning within. There needs to be meditation, contemplating, rumination, contemplation on what you just gained knowledge of. You don't just read the thing and then jump up and go somewhere and play hockey. No, you read the thing, that's knowledge you're taking in. Now you must digest it so that it can integrate throughout your beingness. You see, then you're getting understanding. You might be walking in the park and you get an understanding. Oh, the angel Nalvich came on such and such day. Oh, I understand. And he had a revelation for John D. or whatever. I understand. You get an understanding, right? Insight, we call it. Why is it insight? Because it's in sight. All of a sudden, you can see something that you didn't see before. Now you have understanding. What's the third thing? You need wisdom. Wisdom means that now you're going to make practical use of the thing that you just got knowledge and understanding about. You're going to try it out in your real life and see if it really works. So now you may go, you study the call to summon that particular angel, you've ruminated on it, you've digested it, you've meditated on it, you've contemplated it, and you've gotten it integrated into your system, and your inner being is giving you understanding of that thing and how it works. And now you actually go and you summon that angel, and you have your magical journal, and you write in there what happened. The angel showed up, the angel didn't show up. Now you're getting wisdom, because now you're applying what you learned practically to see the results. You're a scientist in a laboratory. So your whole life is your laboratory. So you are experientially engaged with life. You're not just reading books and watching YouTube videos and going to workshops and retreats and not gaining any understanding or wisdom, are you? I pray that's not what you're doing. Who wants a bunch of knowledge? The word says knowledge puffs up, and we don't need that. We don't just need a whole bunch of head full of a whole bunch of stuff. We want to let the knowledge simmer down. It's like a nice stew. It simmers, it simmers, it simmers, and then it turns into something rich and delicious and delectable. That's your understanding. And then your understanding, you're going to now put it into practice. You're going to start doing these things, and to make your life better and the life of everyone on the planet better. Yes? Yes. I pray that's your motive and intention. And then you're going to gain wisdom. You're going to know that works, that doesn't. And you only gain wisdom from doing. Let's breathe. I feel complete with this message. Be blessed. Reverend Valerie Love. Visit me online at valerielove.com. Amen.